Okay, part two of this breakdown series of Control on Slums. We're still here with JDOP's perspective, and we already went over basically how you can attack offense on a control map. Now we'll look at like really how you withstand a an assault from another team while you're playing defense. And we didn't win the first round, but that's kind of not the point of this video. It's more so breaking down just how you go about, attacking a team when you're on offense. Not necessarily like the outcome, because I mean that comes down to like individual gunfights and winning those. And again, it's the first round. Like we play this super casually, so I mean we have an idea of how to play it, but a lot of times we just make dumb plays because we're just too aggressive, too nonchalant. We have lapses in our games where we just don't take it as seriously. But okay, breaking down defense is a little bit different than offense. Offense, you're trying to like dictate what goes on in the map. Defense is more so about figuring out what the other team's doing and countering it. So it's really dependent on the other team's play style and whether you're countering that or not. And so you can try, and if you're good enough, yeah, you'll just run through and you can dictate offense, defense, the pace of it, pretty much however you want. But this is more so whenever you're playing against somebody who either A is as good as you are or better, or B just has a play style that, it's like styles make fights sort of saying, where if they just have a play style that matches up well against yours and you're just like, God, I just want to run through and, you know, take every individual gunfight from a bad angle because I know I'm good enough to, and these teams just are sitting back in their spawn waiting for me to play too aggressive and kill me, and it's like, okay, not every game is going to be like that, and you have to know how to basically play more structured whenever a game breaks down and you can't win that way. So this is the idea for these videos. It's just a general sense of how to play these maps, and not necessarily just a one size fits all. Like, oh, I'm good enough to go do this on a map, so I'm just going to do that. I mean, it's more so a breakdown of like if things aren't going well and you need to really pay attention to playing fundamentally sound, then this video is for you. And we'll see what JDOP's line of thinking is going into this. I know for me, you see how we push this far left? So it's a pretty popular spot. People will come up on either side. They'll either hit A directly or they'll go to this little head glitch. You kind of meet each other here on this one. Not so much in other game modes where they'll get there first and just sort of have to, come ready for that head glitch spot. This one you can sort of get there roughly the same time. Like they'll get up to uh, that little box right there with the head glitch faster than you, but you can get there in a timely enough fashion where you can take these gunfights pretty comfortably. And it's more so just about trusting in your own skill and just be like, okay, if they get there, so be it. I know I'm good enough to win this gunfight. And then once you get control of this side of the map, it's that same concept I was saying before when you're on offense. This map's basically mid heavy. Who can get control of mid and then crash down on A from mid and your side, and then you'll just get a full team wipe. You're in their side, you're holding, all the lanes to get to the control points, and you just make life absolute hell on the other team when they have to try and squeeze through these little narrow, access ways to get to mid map and get to A and B. And once you get control of that and hold it, you can just choke a team out. So you see J-Dot going through here. He basically trusted me to get that kill. We knew there was a guy there, but there was only one. He was already ready to just crash down on A instantly. So I told him I have this guy. Just go, and he got it and went straight for A instantly. Because the team's probably gonna, once they get control of that, they're probably gonna check their side. They're gonna be reloading, healing. Because I mean, they just got into a gunfight. So if he crashes down on this instantly, like he's doing, and he checks, their side mid, there's nothing, he can clean this out and get control of this right back pretty quickly, and we'll see if he does. Yeah. That guy, that's just a hard task for that guy to win all those gunfights. And then right here, back out. That's just unfortunate. He made the right play, but the guy has a one-shot kill weapon with a sniper. You can't account for that. You know what I mean? Like, you make the right play, you get first shots, and the guy just kills you because he has a one-shot kill. But one thing I will say is, like, he just died right here. And if you look on the mini-map, we're kind of too spread out to really be making smart plays. Like, I don't know if that's me or not. I think that's me, but I'm on the opposite end of where J-Dop died. I'm in their spawn, so I'm pushed up far enough to where I have no help. I'm by myself, and he dies in mid-map. He could have, like, if he gets this kill, supported me and pushed up and saw my arrow, and we could have really started to do some damage. But what he was trying to do was he saw that those two guys coming from the stairs to go to A. So he gets that kill, and instead of, like, trying to force that gunfight, he comes out, maybe pick up this guy, and then he was going to cut through mid to help me basically push those guys from a different angle. Because they're still probably wondering, like, oh, is there a guy in A? Is he trying to take this gunfight from this doorway? If he can get that quick enough, we can basically use our guy that's coming to A right now and going inside of it and hitting these guys from two different sides, and then be quick enough about it to where we get those kills and then immediately checking for guys come off spawn to kill us. But he didn't get the chance to because that guy is a sniper, and now we have guys coming off spawn who are nowhere near us that can support us, and our guy that's going towards A probably should just hold off on going to A right now. And as much as it kind of sucks, like, I'm just sort of out in no man's land. Like, I just have to make good enough plays to stay alive. Wait for my teammates to come off spawn. Just create a little chaos on the map. Don't let the other team get a heavy footing towards our side. So still be a distraction. Just if I get a kill, I get a kill. Just buy time, basically. I don't know what happens. I might die instantly after this, but at that point, when everyone falls around you and you're the furthest one pushed up, you just kind of have to buy your team time. Just be a distraction. Don't let the other team get comfortable. Yeah, see, I go to clean that out. There's two of them there, and it is what it is. You just die. Now we're fighting from a bad spot, because now they got control of mid. They didn't really use it to get too much control of mid. J-Rock did a great job of keeping him at bay, at A, and then J-Dop comes in, gets a clutch two-piece. We need to have somebody else there to help him with that. Like, I don't know where our other teammates were at. Like, I don't know what I was doing. So I'm still trying to make that push to the left side. And the idea of that is, a lot of times, if you can get there quick enough to their side, you can flank them. Whenever you recognize a team's trying to hit A out, if you can get to the left side where they're not going to have as many numbers, you can do a fair bit of damage. You can shoot a lot of people in the sides, just get kills back up, maintain control of the map. And that's what I was doing over on that flank side, but I ended up running into two. I remember that play. I ran into two of them, didn't clean up either kill. That guy that's running back there now is actually a guy I shot, and he ran away. So that guy J-Dop sees that's running to my skull. He's a guy that I already shot and got one shot. And he ran, healed up, and is coming back, while his teammate had me pinned inside of that little box area, and I was weak. And didn't have a lot of ammo, so I basically just got cleaned up instantly. But our team's doing a good job of basically crashing down on A and getting that control back. Once we do, I'd like to see the two arrows in middle break away from the two arrows that are in A. Leave those two guys in A to hold that. You basically just feather out the map and cut off the other two angles to stop any stragglers from making progress on the map. So J-Dop, we'll see if he goes towards A. It doesn't look like he will. It looks like he's going to try and take this guy in front, potentially. Like, he'll try and track him down and get a kill somehow. But I'd even like him to just sort of play around this fountain area or towards the far left, where he can sort of get a read on the open lanes now on the map that were created due to me pushing up and dying, and them trying to get A and getting thwarted by our 2 players inside of A. So yeah, I do like this play. J-Dop recognizes the pressure off the bat is now gone. Oh, good shots. And now it's more so about feathering your numbers out and just getting min-map control. Textbook how you play defense. You see where the pressure's at on a site, alleviate it, and then once that's done, just leave your teammates that are in there to hold it, and you basically spread out and use your other teammate that was Fountain as support, and don't let the other team sneak through, push up, do anything that can cause us, trouble on the map. And that's what J-Dub did perfectly. Just recognize the situation, recognize that I died far left, so there's people over there. He saw the guy middle, so he knows he's there running over there. So just taking the gunfights that are prioritized, and the ones in A were the priority, they got cleaned up, then they move on. Now the priority is making sure that all of the lanes are still being held, and that we don't let anybody sneak through, and we don't lose any of our mid-map control. And now that we're doing an even better job, and we're just sort of slaying them out, now you can push up to their side. Now you can get spawn kills. And he didn't do it quick enough. I would have liked to have seen him just made a play, because if you're just going to stand there, you're just playing 50-50 ball, waiting for them to push you. But a lot of these come down to J-Rock holding what he's holding, knowing that they're pushing that side. He's basically got all of that covered. They can't go into A, because we'll get a notification if they go into A, so it's not like they can flank and get him from the side. They have to come through one of those 2 ways without him, being able to shoot him, and he's a good enough shot, and he's got support from a guy, the Evil Saint, who's jumping over the wall to help him mid-map. So, you look at it from a perspective of map control, and knowing your surroundings, knowing that, okay, technically, he has a spot open from behind him that somebody could come in and shoot him in the back. But realistically, and you look at how they haven't gotten any control of A, if they even touch that node, we're going to get a notification that they're in there. So, he will know to check that instantly and clean those guys up. They can't just hit him without him knowing about it. He's going to get an audio cue that somebody's behind him, basically. And now he's in a position to, with an auger especially, those fights downrange, across, he's going to at least get the kill, or buy enough time for the people off spawn to come and get the kills. So, we basically just did a very, very good job of not letting them get any footing on the map. And J-Rock was a big proponent of that, staying on A, and not letting them cap that and get that extra minute of time. And then you have J-Dop, because look at the scoreboard. It doesn't even reflect it. 14 and 10. The guy who shows out score-wise is J-Rock. And because he did the bulk of the work at A, and that's where they were trying to flood. But the guys who were really trying to make plays right there at the end were the guys that were trying to go around. And that's where J-Dop came in and really just held them in check. Didn't let them push up. I don't know if they ever even got to B or got to our side of the map. He really just did a good job maintaining that fountain control and our left side control, their right side, and not letting them push up any further than that little box area on our left, their right. And that's really all it comes down to. It's just this map on defense is just about getting mid-map control, forcing the other team to push into your pre-aim. And if you can do that, and you can win your one-on-ones, you can effectively just push out all the flanks, get free kills, make them have to be nervous that you're on their side of the map. They're nervous about just pushing up to mid-map, what should be, you know, a 50-50 gunfight on going to mid-map. Now it's more in your favor because you have mid-map control, and they have to run into your pre-aim, especially on this map where all of the 3 lanes are all just so narrow openings. Like, you have to go in and basically pray that somebody's not pre-aiming a doorway whenever you're going through it, because there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you're out in the open, they are in a very advantageous spot, and him recognizing that we had A under control, and he went back out and got that far side control to where they couldn't make any progress on the map. Now we don't have to worry about anything. Even if he died, he had support there. Like, he had enough, you know, help that it was going to slow him down, and they weren't going to be able to do any, like, damage to us. Like, when we came off spawn, we never had to worry about anybody being on our side. When you watched any of us come off spawn, the arrows just fly straight towards mid-map, and all that's, you know, given to us by them not being able to get A, so they're never comfortable going through A, and then they couldn't even sneak through because we had enough people supporting all 3 lanes on the map. And I mean, I don't even think they got to 10 lives left before the round ended, because I mean, they just zero time on the hills, and that's really the best way to play a defensive side.